Hi everyone, you might be wondering why I'm sitting here alone in this video that is thumbnailed with just me and Ross. Well, if you watched our previous video of our smash and pass of the BGG Top 100, which this is the second part of, we took a long time to go through the video, so we took it apart and separated it out. So the first video was 100 through to 52, this one is 51 through to number 1. So these are the next few games. We sped up a little bit in this one, so should be a little bit quicker. That's why it's got slightly more games. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. Let's go see what those guys are up to. I'm sure they've got dumb opinions. That is a content warning, by the way. There is dumb opinions and hot takes here. See you later. Number 51 is Pandemic Legacy.
Can we just bundle 50 and 51 in together? Surely we just do those.
Not quite, because they are different.
Sure.
So number 51 is Pandemic Legacy Season 0, where you work together during the Cold War to prevent a Soviet bio threat. Now, I have played a demo scenario of Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Yeah. We played it on... Did we play that on stream, or was we going to and then something tech happened, so we didn't? We just played it. I don't remember. You weren't there. We played it and we got destroyed by it because it killed us almost immediately. Sure. But the theming of it uses the pandemic mechanisms, but it's a different theme to it, which I think is kind of interesting. So I would play Pandemic Legacy Season 0. I think it'd be interesting to give a go to, in comparison with what is coming up at number 50 and much higher up on the list.
Sure, I will say, I would give it a play just to play one of them. So I can pick one of them, play them, and then the other ones I would pass on maybe.
Okay.
But I'll probably say play in this instance, so we can play together, obviously.
Yeah. Pandemic Legacy Season 0 is our number 50, which is why Ross wanted to merge them together. The world is a mystery after a devastating pandemic. Where will your team go? So, follow up to Pandemic Legacy Season 1. I feel like it never reached the same heights as Pandemic Legacy Season 1, which was number 1 for quite a while.
Yeah.
Possibly because the big thing that stood out from Season 1 wasn't so much of a shock this time around. I don't know. I haven't played either story, so I don't really know. I'd probably give it a go, but it's of the 3 Pandemic Legacies, it's the lowest on my list to play.
Yes. As I just adjust something on the screen. Adjusted.
There you go. I just heard a pop as it was adjusted. I'm not sure what that pop was. So yeah, play. Meh.
I passed just because.
Played it.
I really wanted to play legacy games, but then the idea of essentially not really being able to play the game again. I know you can play like one left over afterwards with whatever's left of the stuff, but the reason why I'm enjoying this experience is to do the this is new or different as I'm going through and I'm exploring the world a little bit. Yeah, so I do one, but probably past that one. Yeah.
Okay. Number 49 is Crokinole, the oldest game on this list. Flick discs and make trick shots in this traditional Canadian dexterity game. I love Crokinole. Crokiноle's fun. It's fun to play at a convention.
It's so weird.
Yes.
That'd be rude. It's weird that it's here. It's so different to other stuff. It's just got this weird cult following, right? And I can't wrap my brain around it. I'm not saying it doesn't look fun. It does look fun, but also the pricing I hear about the boards is
it's super expensive. Like I'm looking at Amazon, the Amazon pricing that is on BGG. It's £298. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Really. However, Crokinole for me is always going to be a convention game. It's going to be a game that I will, if there's a board at the convention, I will play it. So I think when we go to AC West, there is a Crokinole board. Someone's bringing a Crokinole board, and there is going to be a Karuka board, which is basically Crokinole with snooker, to give a go. So we'll find those at some point and give it a go because it's fun.
Yep.
It's good fun. Number 48, another Vita Deserta game, is On Mars. Be a part of the first Martian colony, striving to be the best contributor. Give us more, even though I know you have it.
I do have it, yeah. A 1 to 4 player, 1.5 to 2.5 hour game. Very high in the weighting. We've got set collection, tech trees, tile placement, variable phase order, worker placement, hexagon grid, hand management. I mean, you basically take any of his other games and slap a space theme on it a little bit. I mean, there's other bits there, but I think that's probably a fairly fair assessment on it. But yeah, basically taking over Mars basically. I mean, it is a play for me. I hope it's a play because it's still sat in the shrink behind me.
That was a
But yeah,
good bargain for you from the
it
bringing
was a
behind.
bargain. I did absolutely get an absolute bargain on
Yeah,
that.
I would play it
But
because
yeah,
it looks like fun. It looks interesting. I'm kind of on the let's try some heavier games and see where my tastes lie
yes,
at the moment. I'm
yes.
trying to see where I fall on the weight scale.
If nothing else, it has cute minis. I think little
Yes,
rockets and rovers and stuff. That's what
that is
it
true.
says.
Number 47 is Cascadia. Create
Mm.
the most harmonious ecosystem as you puzzle together habitats and wildlife. Play. Love Cascadia. It's a great
Yeah,
game.
play as well. Yeah, really good puzzle game. Absolutely love it. Yeah,
Really good fun. Better for me than Calico or Verdant as
yeah.
far as those go. Number 46, I'm just going to ignore because I don't know. It's Agricola again. It's the first edition of Agricola. Build your
Yep.
farmstead by sowing fields and raising livestock, but don't forget to eat. I will never forget to eat Uve. Um, pass.
I mean, it's a play for me. I like
I
it.
know it. I know it is, but
Yeah,
yeah. Good. Moving
that's
on.
yeah.
Number 45 is
Mm.
Anachrony. Use exosuits and time travel to ensure your vision for the future after the cataclysm. So,
Pass for me.
yeah,
I'm going to say
pass.
pass, and I will put a little bit more detail on that. In that, I feel like they had a really talking about boring themes earlier. What a
Mm,
great theme that you can go or
yeah,
theme and mechanism like joined together there, where you can go you basically borrow resources from yourself in the future. If you don't pay them back when you're in the future, you kind of lose
yeah,
victory points. Like insane, like great idea, but then it gets swamped with like mechs, like buying mechs so you can do actions and all these other things. And I think you just strip some of that stuff back a little bit, and you could have a really thematic and fun game. And I think it just got a bit lost in everything. So it's a pass for me. I think.
yeah. It's pass for me. We didn't really enjoy our play of it, so that's all good. Number 44 is Blood Rage. Ragnarok has come. Secure your place in Valhalla with epic Viking battles.
Do you want some more? I mean, we played it,
We've
but
played it. We've played
yeah.
it. I was waiting for your response to see what you thought of it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it's a soft pass, I think, for me. Like, I did quite enjoy playing it, but
Mm,
like when I'm sitting down to play a board game, this isn't really what I want to get out of my board game. Like, I've
mm.
got without being ridiculous about it, I've got like computer games and stuff that do this better. Is kind of would
Yeah,
be my
I
response on that.
feel like this sort of area control game doesn't necessarily work very well at two either. So I
Yeah,
feel like it's
that might
probably
be
one
fair.
that you would want to play with more people. It's kind of like I guess if you're going to play a board game version of this, you'd probably want to play Small World, knowing you,
Yes, yes, yes.
as a comparison for Blood Rage. Even though Blood Rage has a little bit more going on to it, I don't think it works particularly well at two, as most
Yeah.
of these area control games don't necessarily.
Mhm.
Um, Probably a soft pass for me as well. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You could just computer game it, would be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Uh, right, 43. Back to Uwe is Caverna, the Cave Farmers. From a simple cave, expand your dwarven home through mining, agriculture, and more.
Yeah. Pass for me. Sorry, play for me. Sorry, guys. Play
Whoa!
for me. Yeah, crazy. Play for me. And actually, I do think better than Agricola. I do. It's a simpler game.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, just for that reason alone, really. But it's
I
white boxes.
It's a soft pass for me. It's not as hard a pass as Agricola is.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Caverna is a better game than Agricola, in my
yeah.
opinion, because you can feed your people ROPS. So it's kind of not as much of a punishing thing. Not feeding your people is not as punishing, I find.
Yes, yes.
So I think it's just low. Again, it's a white person sitting on the right hand side of the box, looking out.
I was waiting for you to say it, but yeah,
They
it
found
is.
a style and they live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft pass. Um, Underwater Cities is our 42.
Mm.
Develop future cities on the seafloor through politics, production, and science. Give me more, please.
There's so many one to like four players here. I think there's a lot of solo games coming into stuff now, isn't there? I always think of board games being tough and solo, but actually, pretty much every single one I've put on this list have been
Has
one
a
to four.
solo, yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 4 player, 1.5 to 2.5 kind of hour mark to play. It's a hand management, income, network and route building, worker placement, turn order, basically, and some other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, so That's about all I've got for you. Do you want a bit more on the description? The main principle of the game is card placement. 3 coloured cards are placed along the edge of the main board into a 3x5 slot, which are also coloured. Ideally, players place cards on the same slot of the colour. Then they can take both actions and advantages. So you kind of it's probably a really poor comparison to make. It sounds a bit like a zoo, but with actions based on where you play the tile. That's how it's played out in my brain then.
Okay.
Um,
I
it's not that, by the way. Don't make your judgment based on that. But that's just how it went in my head.
I mean, it's not standing out to me, to be perfectly honest.
not.
I've heard it's pretty good. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without being too shallow about it, the box and the board wouldn't really like. I wouldn't walk past and go, "Oh, I want to play this." Either.
Yeah.
So it's a pass, I think.
Speaking of box and the board that probably not good. Puerto Rico. Ship goods, construct buildings, and choose roles that benefit you more than others. Did I play Puerto Rico or did I play something else? I feel like
I don't know. I've not played this.
I feel like I don't think I have played it. I feel like I have played something in the similar sort of vein that was problematic because of the system. And Puerto Rico is problematic because it focuses on that particular historical time frame. I'm glad that they've done a revisit of it with Puerto Rico in 1984, I think, is the time frame of it. They've done a reprint anyway, that kind of strips away from the slavery aspect, which is a problematic theme and is one that I find quite distasteful and is not one that I enjoy. So it's a probable pass for me.
It's a pass for me because, I mean, for those reasons, but also it just looks like why would I spend my time playing it?
Number 40 is Marvel Champions, the card game. Battle Marvel villains in this unique teams of iconic heroes in this living card game. I'd play it. I've heard good things about Marvel Champions. I'd give it a go.
I do actually like a living card game, and yeah, I mean, I don't mind Marvel. I'm not as big of a fan as some other people, but yeah, I would play it.
Yeah. PAX Premier, 2nd edition, number 39. Swing the tides of the great game as countries vie for control of Afghanistan.
1 to 5 player. 45 minutes to 2 hours. We've got here. We've got action points, area majority, area movement, hand management. What else we got? Open drafting, negotiation. I'm not really I'm trying to figure out a way of hooking you in, but I don't think I'm going to find one. I don't know why I've made it my mission to try convince you to play every single one of these games.
Especially when I don't think it's one that you would particularly want to play either.
In terms of play, it's a pretty straightforward tableau builder. Players spend most of their turns purchasing cards from a central market, then playing those turns out in a single row called a court. That's essentially it.
I don't have an issue. It doesn't sound like I have an issue with the gameplay. I have an issue with the theme.
Yeah, the theme is a bit. The gameplay is a bit. And the art is kind of nice.
The box does look nice. I have seen the PAX Premier 1st edition box. It's nowhere near as pretty. I think it's soft pass for me just because the theme.
I think so as well. I think I'm just if I'm being harsh on stuff, then probably not.
Number 38 is Food Chain Magnate. Strategically hire and manage your workforce to outcompete rival fast food chains. This feels like Power Grid in the sense of I've gone past it and I probably should circle back around to it.
Yes, same, yeah.
The problem I have with Food Chain Magnate, though, is that I thought I saw it on a shelf at UKG and I thought, oh, great, I can read a bit about this game and I can learn a bit of it. I picked it up, I turned the box around, the back of the box is blank. So I went, I know nothing else about this game. So let's put that back.
Right in the front it says the modern way to good old-fashioned good gaming. What more do you need to know?
Mechanisms?
Yeah. I would play it.
That was your cue, Ross, to give me
Oh, you actually want mechanisms, right?
Yes,
sorry,
please.
I thought you were. Okay, sure.
I know nothing about Food Chain Magnate.
I will do the job that the
powers that be assigned to you.
Yeah,
but no, the powers that be me.
The game box didn't do for you. 2 to 5 player, 2 to 4 hour game. So quite a long game. Deck bag or pool building. delayed purchase, income market, modular board, open drafting, simultaneous action selection, victory points as a resource. I'm just throwing all the things out here.
I'd give it a
It's
go. I think it falls is like in the power grid kind of thing of probably should give it a
yeah.
go. It's a known quantity for a lot of board games that I've never played. So
I mean, again, it's, when you haven't got much on this, all you got art is a bit like I know what they're trying to do with that sort of
it's a 50s style, isn't
50s
it?
style, but it's just a bit boring.
Yeah.
But I actually know I'm going to say pass. I think I'm going to
Okay.
say pass on it. I think.
All right, number 37 is Too Many Bones. Toss globs of unique dice in an epic adventure en route to a final boss showdown. I've heard good things.
Yeah,
Tell me more good things.
1 to 4 player, 1 to 2 hours. Deck bag, pool building, dice rolling, hand management. What else we got? Role playing scenarios, missions, tech trees. I mean, it's basically all that. If that's probably was too rude, I was about to say carbon copy. It's not really, but it's very similar to some of the other stuff that we've already mentioned, right? It's a
Yeah.
campaign game where you have a character that, and somehow varying on the game, you can manipulate your abilities, and then you try to defeat stuff.
With dice.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd play it.
Yeah,
Sounds-
it looks
sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds good, looks good. So yeah, I would be up to it, and I've heard good things as well. So
Yeah. Number 36 is The Crew Mission Deep Sea.
Yeah.
Dive into the deep sea with this cooperative trick-taking game. Play because I'm playing through the campaign at the moment. I feel like once I came to the end of the campaign, I wouldn't need to play it again.
yeah.
But if I have space for a trick-taking game, this would be the trick-taking game I would take.
I think just a pass. Again, trick taking is just really not. The theme's not really sucking me in. I'm just a bit like,
Yeah, oddly, you probably want the Quest for Planet 9 theme
with this game.
with this gameplay. Yes, exactly. Although I have to say the theme does not run through it particularly well as far as I've found so far for me personally. But there we go. Number 35 is what we're sticking with. Water is Barrage. Nations vie for hydroelectric dominance. Thank you. In a dystopia where water is power. We like this game.
I do actually like this game. This is a play for me.
Play. I really like it.
And we should play. In fact, we should put it on we should just put it on the play to play soon list.
Yes.
So, yes.
Easy one to do because it's on BGA.
Yes.
Number 34 is Great Western Trail 2nd Edition. Wrangle your herd of cows across the Midwest Prairie and deliver it to Kansas City. Play for me. I really like Great Western Trails. Deck builder, rondelle, good stuff. I know you aren't as keen. I think you need to try it in person.
Yeah, I think it's a soft play. I think that's
soft play. Interesting. Okay.
Soft play.
All right. Right, Viticulture Essential Edition is number 33. Create the most prosperous winery in Italy from the Tuscan vineyard you've inherited. Play. We love viticulture.
Yeah.
Both of us. Yeah,
play.
easy enough. Number 32 is Mage Knight board game. Build your hero's spells, abilities, and artifacts as you explore and conquer cities.
Are you ready to repeat the same thing I've repeated 5 times already, Luke?
Well,
we've got a 1 to 4 player game, 60 minutes to 4-hour game, where you have deck bag, pool building, dice movement, grid movement, dice rolling, modular role playing. It's just it's more of kind of the same.
I've got to be honest. If I had to choose between Mage Knight and Too Many Bones, I'd go Too Many Bones. I don't know what it is. I think the art style of Mage Knight just doesn't do it for me.
But then if I take that one further, I think I'd actually again, it's not based on a lot. I think I'd play Seventh Continent over all 3 if we're going through that down that realm of things.
Yes. Seventh Continent seemed really interesting. So I think probably a pass on Mage Knight.
Yes, same.
Number 31, Everdell. Gather resources to develop a harmonious village of woodland critters and structures. I am conflicted with Everdell. I feel like I've played Everdell enough that I don't have to play it again. Not that I never have to play it again. I do have to play it some more. It's on Laura's 10x10. I do have to play it again. But there are 5 different expansions at this point. I think 5, maybe 4. there's a lot of different expansions. I feel like if I added in one of those expansions, it would be like adding the Scoundrels and Skullport expansion to Lord's Waterdeep, or
Yeah.
the Pantheon expansion to Seven Wonders Duel. It
Yeah.
changes the game enough to keep it fresh and exciting and vibrant. And I think
Yes.
I need to. I think I would play it to include an expansion of some description.
I'm gonna say pass. I just am not that fussed.
Okay,
I can't really give you more. Sorry. It's just
that's fine. It's fine. Number 30 is Orleans. Craftsmen, scholars, and monks can help you reign supreme, but who will turn up to help? I really like Orleans. I think it's a really interesting bag builder, resource, and chip management game.
I've not played.
No.
Not really ever looked into. I'm going to say pass based on having zero information about it, even as I'm kind of reading the page about it, I think.
Okay.
Would I play if I saw this out on the table? 1 second. Let me look at this photo. Let's see if I can redeem it in the last second. No, probably not.
No. The artwork isn't outstanding.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But I think the gameplay on it is pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 29, Root. Decide the fate of the forest as woodland factions fight for contrasting goals. Pass.
Play.
Hard pass for me. I do not like Root. I did not like the play of Root. I have a slight aversion to Leader Games' artwork style.
Yeah.
Which really puts up a hard barrier to me. But I think Root, the problem I have with Root is that in order to play successfully, you need to understand how to play every role that is being played at the table. I think it's too high a barrier for me personally.
Fair. I really enjoy it. I quite like the artwork. Basically, everything you've just said, flip it, and that's probably why I like it. To be fair,
so, I have heard a lot of people do have contrasting opinions on that particular art style, and a lot of people love it. A lot of people really dislike it. There's not many people that fall in between those two. It's either or, and that's fine. It's fine. It's fine to have opinions.
I feel like you've said it's fine too many times, and it's not fine.
Just insert GIF of Ross from Friends going, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
Number 28 is The Lost Ruins of Arnak. Explore an island to find resources and discover the lost ruins of Arnak. Play with the expedition leaders expansion.
I'm going to say pass, and you're going to say you need to play this with the expansion, and I'm going to go, sure. When the expansion's on the top 100, I'll say play, but at the moment I'm saying pass based on this. I think, I know I've said this 1,000 times before. Don't finish the game. I'm halfway through playing and the game ends, and I'm like, what was I doing? What was happening? I don't understand. Am I deck building or am I not deck building? I can't comprehend. Maybe I'm playing it wrong. It winds me up. I can't be bothered to play it fast.
I will be very interested to see how you do with Dune Imperium, because those two are compared a lot.
Are they? Interesting. Okay. But the theme might suck me in a little bit more.
Well, this is the thing. This is probably the thing. We'll come to Dune Imperium a little bit later on, but it's I think people compare. I've heard that people compare them quite unfairly because they are worker placement and deck builders. That's the only thing that they have in common.
Right. Okay.
So who knows? Number 27 is Arkham Horror: The Card Game. Investigate the horrors of Arkham whilst courting cosmic doom. It's another LCG, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. No.
No.
Unless I got confused.
Might not be an LCG. It might just be a...
Oh, no, it is. I take it back. I'm looking at another one. Ignore me. I had multiple tabs open. That was a stupid thing to do. Yes, LCG. Yeah, I mean, it's basically what we're really coming off, really, to be honest with you. 1 to 2 player, kind of doing your thing with your cards and trying to stay sane. Pass.
Yeah. I'm not that fussed by it. Doesn't overly draw me in. Neither does the next game that's coming up, number 26, Terra Mystica. Play fantastical factions, expand your influence by terraforming and joining cults.
Yeah. I was disappointed, I think is the word, by this game, because I'm like, the theme's kind of there, and this looks like it could be a nice, crunchy game. And then I kind of played it and a bit like, I'm just going through the motions. Not really that bothered.
It feels like there should be more interaction. You've got unique abilities, but they never seem to matter.
Yes. Yes.
to a certain extent. So yeah, no, pass for me. Number 25, Wingspan. Attract beautiful and diverse collection of birds to your wildlife preserve. I am a firm play of this. I know you are not.
Yeah, I would say pass. I think I would be as bold as to say pass on this. I just, um,
You've seen all you need to out of Wingspan, I
yeah,
think.
basically, yeah, but yeah, I played. I'm like, I kind of get it. It's quite nice, but there's other stuff I'd rather play. I think it's
Fair. Last quarter of the list.
it is. Ooh.
Realizing we've actually taken a lot longer than we initially
Mhm.
anticipated, but there we go. Number 24 is Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated. Go forth, be bold, and acquire in this campaign version of Clank. Play.
Yeah,
I do.
play.
We've talked about Clank already. I'd
Yeah,
play a legacy version of Clank.
yeah,
That sounds like fun.
yeah.
Number 23, Feast for Odin. Puzzle
Mhm.
together in the life of a Viking village as you hunt, farm, craft, and explore. Play.
Yeah.
I'll play this.
Play. Yeah, same.
I've,
Yeah.
I've played it a fair bit on BGA.
Yes.
I still don't think I want to get it to the table.
Yeah, I don't know about the pieces. I was never nervous about as a physical game. But yeah, definitely digitally. Yeah, play.
Definitely a play. Number 22 is Concordia. Traders compete to build the greatest empire in the Roman Mediterranean. Now, this is a divergence from our previous ones where we've had a white man standing on the right of the box. We now have a white woman standing on the left of the box.
Yeah, change it up. Do you want some more?
Yes, please.
2 to 5 player, 100 minutes. We've got what have we got here? We've got action retrieval, deck bag and pool building. We have some open drafting, movement points, hidden victory points, set collection, more other things that do those things in those games that you sometimes play. It's a pass. I think a pass for me. I
Pass.
think.
Yeah, I'm not really tied into it that much. Traders in Europe.
Yeah.
We're there again.
Yeah.
Number 21, Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy. Build an interstellar civilization by exploration, research, conquest, and diplomacy.
Play based on the fact that we said play for Eclipse. So
Yeah, I feel like I would probably play this before the first one, or rather to compare the two.
yes.
If I had a hierarchy, I'd probably play the second one, but it doesn't really, just because
Yeah.
it's slightly
Yeah.
newer and shinier and probably has streamlined things a little bit.
Yeah.
Number 20, Brass Lancashire. Test your economic mettle as you build a network in the Industrial Revolution. Play. I'd give it another go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's
Been
much more to be
been
said.
a hot minute since we played it.
Yes, it has. It has.
Number 19, Nemesis. Survive an alien-infested spaceship, but beware of other players and their agendas. I know you have said you'll never play this game.
Absolute easy play for me. Absolutely easy play.
I'd give it a go. I'll play it.
It's basically, well, for me, it feels like it's Battlestar Galactica, but I'm actually moving around a ship.
Yes. You're actually doing something.
Yes.
It's not just a social deduction game.
Yes. So yeah, that's a play for me. I'm really keen to play actually.
Yeah, that's fair. Number 18. So I was trying to let yawn pass. Number 18 is Seven Wonders Duel. Science, military. What will you draft in this head-to-head version of Seven Wonders? I like Seven Wonders Duel. I love Seven Wonders Duel. It's great. Pantheon expansion makes it essential.
Yeah, a Seven Wonders Duel, yeah, I would play. I sometimes have a bit of frustration with the science thing because I do think it can be a little bit slightly heavier weighted just on the games I'm playing, but I don't know. But yeah, I still play it. I think it's a good game.
Play. Castle of Burgundy, 2011. Plan, trade, and build your Burgundian estate to prosperity and prominence.
Look over my shoulder towards my special addiction box. Yes, play, actually play.
Well, no, specifically this is the 2011 edition.
I would still play this version as well, to be fair.
I would, because people that I play with on BGA insist on playing it because they're familiar with the old artwork, whereas I am more versed in the newer artwork, so I'm sort of simultaneously trying to translate it for myself. So play. I don't mind the Castle of Burgundy. I think it's a good game. I like. It's a lot of people like to play it, and I like to play it with people who like to play that game. So
yeah.
16 is Scythe. 5 factions vie for dominance in a war-torn, mech-filled diesel punk 1920s Europe.
I'm gonna say play, but I need to do a slight caveat on it, which is I feel like I've I haven't really played a lot of Scythe, but I feel like I've almost played too much Scythe now. And even the expansions don't really like draw me in. And it's crazy because I actually really like the game. I really like the theme. I really like everything. But I'm just a bit like, yeah, okay, sure. I think play, but yeah, it's actually maybe a
Interesting.
softer play.
I'm surprised by that. I thought you'd be much more heavy into it.
Yeah,
I haven't played it a huge amount. I think there is probably a couple of expansions which are map based that change the map up a
yes,
little bit that might draw your interest a little bit. Like
yeah,
there's a one
yeah,
which is designed for 2 players, so maybe give that a go.
yeah.
But hey ho. All right, number 15 is Great Western Trail, the first edition from 2016. Use strategic outposts and navigate danger as you herd your cattle to Kansas City. I'd rather play the second edition.
I can't even
It's
remember what I said for the second edition, but I'm going to say pass on this one. I don't really know. There you go. So
yeah, I like Great Western Trails. I like the second edition. I played the first edition on
yeah,
BGA. I don't need to play the first edition because I have the nicer, prettier looking second edition.
yeah,
These guys just look like it's just guys standing, staring off, possibly looking constipated.
yes.
It's unfortunate. 14, Twilight Struggle. Relive the Cold War and rewrite history in an epic clash between the USA and USSR. Pass. None of that interests me.
Yeah, I keep seeing. I've seen this game crop up loads of. I mean, obviously because it's still in the top 100, and every time I'm like, oh, I kind of wanted to see what it's like out of morbid curiosity more than anything else. But I think I'm
No,
going to say pass. I think because I wouldn't like actively seek it out. Right?
I don't know. I don't know if Twilight Struggle is part of the coin system of games, the counterinsurgency games. But I know Root is of the counterinsurgency is based on that system, and I
Gotcha.
want to try them because I've heard a lot of good things about them. But at the same time, I really dislike the gameplay of. I really disliked my play of Root, so
Yes.
I don't know if I'd have the same thing. It might just be that war isn't really a theme for me,
Yeah. To
which
be
might
fair.
is
Yeah.
entirely plausible and is fine.
Yeah.
Like it's not an issue. Speaking of a thing that's not really for me, Through the Ages, a new story of civilization. Rewrite history as you build up your civilization in this epic card drafting game.
Sounds like we've got like a bit of deja vu going on here.
I mean, it's the second edition of Through the Ages.
Yes.
It's a pass for me, but I will play it with you
Yes.
once.
Yes. Sure. That's that we can move on.
Yep. Number 12, Gaia Project. Oh, would you play or pass that? Sorry, just as a FYI.
A play, I guess.
Okay. Number 12 is Gaia Project. Expand, research, upgrade, and settle the galaxy with one of 14 alien species. This is Terra Mystica in space. Pass.
So even with the space theme, I think it's still a pass for me.
Yep. Number 11, Spirit Island. Island spirits join forces using elemental powers to defend themselves from invaders. You had this, and you got rid of it.
I had this, got rid of this. Again, really big hype around this. I tell you what, the components actually it's sad, but the components really turn me off. It's quite a complex, heavy. It was quite a heavyweighted game for the person I was trying to play with probably, and the components. It just looks like they pulled the components from about 6 different board games together in one box. That's how I would describe it, and it shouldn't really matter that much, but it looks incomplete. The miniatures look weird. It just looks weird. I just can't. It just breaks the immersion for me or something, and I just can't do it. No, thank you. Pass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I will probably also pass because you and I have similar tastes. Although, as we found on our top 50 list,
Yes,
we don't have
maybe
that
not.
similar taste.
No.
But yeah,
We
probably
tolerate
pass
each
as well.
other's tastes. I think is great. This in some ways.
Well, that's on the internet now. I guess I'm not editing that out because I don't want to do too many cuts in this one.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Star Wars Rebellion. Strike from your hidden base as the rebels or find and destroy it as the Empire. No, thank you.
Yeah, again, even with the Star Wars thing, and you know what, Star Wars thing is almost a turn off really more than anything. Actually, I do like Star Wars, but I just nah, pass.
Yeah, nah. War of the Rings, second edition. The Fellowship and Three Peoples clash with Sauron over the fate of Middle Earth. Again, no thanks.
Yeah, it should be hook me in based on the theme, but it kind of looks a bit like Risk with Lord of the Rings slapped on it, and I've got Risk with Lord of the Rings slapped on it, so I know there's probably more to it than that.
Yeah, there is significantly more to
Yes.
it than just its risk, but it's not a
Yeah.
theme that draws me in anyway.
Yeah.
It's a big war game, effectively.
Yes.
Number 8, Dune Imperium: Influence,
Yes.
Intrigue, and
Yes.
Combat in the universe of Dune or Dune.
Yes. Play.
Play,
Play.
Want to give it a go. I don't know anything
I,
much about it other than
yeah.
it's a worker placement with deck building.
It has a lot of hype behind it, so I'm probably going to be a grumpy old man and hate it after I play it. But I think that the
I hope
theme
not. I
behind it, the
bought it for your
gameplay,
birthday.
the theme about it, the gameplay of it, everything like that, it should be a win for me. Basically, as a play.
Number 7 is Gloomhaven: Jaws of the Lion. Vanquish monsters with strategic card play in a 25 scenario Gloomhaven campaign. I play. It's Gloomhaven stripped back a little bit.
Yeah, play.
I like
for
it.
me as
I want
well.
to carry
Yeah.
on with the campaign that I'm in. We've
Yeah.
done 2 sessions of it. Over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. Number 6 is Terraforming Mars. Compete with rival CEOs to make Mars habitable and build your corporate empire. Play. I love Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, play as well. Yeah, like the theme,
Very,
like the game. It's good.
very easy one. I know you prefer the Ares Expedition.
I do. Yes, I do.
I prefer the base game. Twilight Imperium 4th edition is our number 5.
Now,
Build a intergalactic empire through trade, research, conquest, and grand politics.
you need to remove any knowledge you have of this game based on the digital playthrough that you are currently enduring, and I'm going to use the word enduring.
Enduring is the correct description of it. Here's the thing. I haven't worked out whether I like 4X games.
So I tell
Because
you,
I haven't ever really played one. I feel like
Yeah.
if I try Eclipse, which is a
Yes.
4X game, and I don't really gel with it, I'm not going to try Twilight Imperium.
I would say that would be a mistake for one reason, and because of the political discussions that I think happen in Twilight Imperium that wouldn't happen in Eclipse. It's the backroom shady trading and alliance and betrayal in Twilight
Right.
Imperium that I think you would enjoy, and also that you're not benefiting from in a digital game.
That is very true. I'm definitely not benefiting from it. I think I'm also not benefiting from a
Poor interface.
substandard interface that I do not understand. And
Yes. Yes.
we've been playing the game for. It's not friendly at all, and we've been playing it for 2 months now, and I still don't know what I'm doing anytime I click anything.
Yes.
So, at this exact moment in time, I never need to play Twilight Imperium 4th Edition again.
That makes me
However,
sad.
I will play it to try it
Yes. Yes.
in person.
Yes, agreed with all of that. Having said joked earlier about trying to convince you to play these games, that would be the one game.
This
that
is the
you
only
said
one, yeah.
Pass that I would really say you should play, and definitely play physically in person. It's a play for me as well. So yeah,
Yeah, it's probably a play once.
it might even be the highest rated game on from this list so far that I've done ratings for as well. So
Yeah. I really need to go through games and rate them more because I just got to the game where I've rated this next one. Number 4 is Ark Nova. Plan and build a modern, scientifically managed zoo to support conservation projects. Pass. We don't like it particularly. We don't see it. Sorry.
the theme's a bit slapped on. I feel like I'm going to be really critical again. Theme's a bit slapped on. Gameplay's okay. It got a lot of hype. I don't really understand why. Done.
Yeah, I agree with each of those sentiments. Those are the same opinions I hold. Number 3 is Gloomhaven. Vanquish monsters with strategic card play. Fulfill your quest to leave your legacy. Again, I think would
It
play.
sits in that one of those games. Let's play it, sort of thing. Yeah, so I'd say play for this one as well.
Yeah, because it's play Gloomhaven into Jaws of the Lion into Frosthaven.
Yeah,
sure, why not?
Yeah.
I have the digital version of Gloomhaven, so we probably could give it a go at that if you ever find it on a cheap one. Number 2 is Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Mutating diseases are spreading around the world. Can your team save humanity? Play.
Yeah,
I want to play Pandemic Legacy. I want to play the Legacy game that started the Legacy game stuff. So
yes,
I have a copy. We should play it.
you should. Yes.
And finally, number 1 is Brass Birmingham. Build networks, grow industries, and navigate the world of the Industrial Revolution.
Play for me, yeah, in the same way that the other brass is. So yeah.
And that's it. That is our whistle stop tour of the BGG Top
Whistle,
100
whistle stop,
has
yeah.
whistle stop. Yeah, it's taken us an hour and 37 minutes that this recording is going at the moment, but I will edit it down to a tight 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm sure.
hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know what you think of any of the games that we have talked about thus far. If you like what you see, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.
Bye bye.